Welcome to Truth Uncovered. Today's journey isn't just about what you should do, it's about what you must stop doing. Because the truth is this: a man's strength is not defined by how much he gives, but by how wisely he gives it. Too often we bend, compromise, and reshape ourselves just to keep someone in our lives, only to realize they never deserved a seat at our table in the first place. They smile when they need you, disappear when they don't, and leave you wondering if you were ever valued at all. But here's the truth: you were never meant to chase validation. So today, we explore 9 critical mistakes men make with women, and how Stoicism, the timeless philosophy of inner strength and clarity, can liberate you from them all. Each point is a lesson, each one a key to reclaiming your power. So sit back, open your mind, and let's dive into a reality most men ignore until it's too late. But before we begin, tap subscribe and turn on notifications, because this journey doesn't stop here. We're building a brotherhood of high-value men committed to growth, truth, and emotional mastery. Let's begin. 1. Never reshape your life to fit into hers. Let's be clear. You are not clay to be molded by someone else's hands. When you reshape your life to fit someone else's expectations, you begin erasing yourself, one compromise at a time. You lose the sharp edges of your identity. You blur the colors of your essence. Imagine trying to force 2 puzzle pieces together that simply don't belong. You could trim the edges, you could bend the rules, but in the end, what you create is a distorted version of yourself. Seneca said it best: everywhere is nowhere. When your time and energy are scattered, trying to meet expectations that aren't your own, you lose your direction entirely. Don't be a chameleon blending in. Be a lion standing out. Be the man who lives with intention, who walks his own path even if no one else understands it. Because when you reshape yourself to fit her life, you leave your own masterpiece unfinished. Your life was never meant to be a supporting character in someone else's story. So stop editing your truth for approval. Start expressing your values with unapologetic clarity. That's where respect begins. 2. Never obsess over a woman to the point you forget yourself. Love deeply, but never lose yourself in the process. There's a dangerous line between devotion and obsession, and once you cross it, you begin orbiting someone else's world like a powerless satellite, always moving, never grounded. When you make her the center of your universe, you slowly fade out of your own life's frame. You skip workouts, you ignore your passions, you delay your goals. And before you realize it, you're no longer living, you're waiting. Marcus Aurelius warned us: nowhere can man find a quieter retreat than in his own soul. But obsession robs you of that inner sanctuary. It makes your happiness dependent on another person's attention, a recipe for spiritual exhaustion. Stop chasing her approval. Instead, pursue your purpose. When you radiate with focus, drive, and independence, that's when women naturally gravitate toward you. Don't orbit her. Be the sun. Be the gravity. Be the one whose life is so full she wants to be part of it, not the other way around. 3. Never compromise your mental health or happiness. Your peace is not a luxury. It's a necessity. In relationships, many men make the mistake of sacrificing their own mental clarity just to keep things smooth. They tolerate disrespect. They suppress their voice. They become emotional punching bags. Why? Because they confuse peacekeeping with love. But let me ask you, what good is a relationship if it leaves you mentally drained and emotionally scattered? Catering to someone else's happiness while ignoring your own is like holding an umbrella over them in a storm while you're soaking wet. Protect your mind like your most sacred temple. If a woman disturbs your peace more than she adds to it, she's not the one. Stoicism teaches us to take responsibility for our inner world. That includes boundaries. That includes emotional discipline. Say no when you need to. Walk away when it's right. Because no one, not even the woman you love, deserves access to your inner world if she doesn't respect it. 4. Never push away your friends and family for her. In your pursuit of love, don't abandon those who have always loved you. Your friends and family are the roots of your emotional stability. They ground you. They know your past. They protect your blind spots. But many men, in the heat of a new connection, isolate themselves, cutting off everyone who isn't her. What starts as romantic loyalty becomes dangerous emotional dependency. Don't make her your entire support system. That's not love. That's vulnerability without a safety net. Plato said, "People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow, or stunt your growth and make you wilt." Maintain your tribe. Stay connected to your circle. Because when relationships shake you, and they will, it's the people who truly know you that will hold you together. A man with deep friendships and strong family ties is a man who can walk away from anything, including toxic love. That's power. 5. Never invest excessive time. Without equal energy in return, time is the one currency you can never earn back. If she doesn't reciprocate your time, your energy, your presence, she's not an investment, she's a liability. Imagine pouring water into a bucket with holes. That's what it feels like when you invest in someone who's not equally invested in you. Seneca once said, "It's not that life is short, it's that we waste much of it." Stop wasting time on women who are lukewarm, inconsistent, or emotionally unavailable. Because every hour you spend on someone who doesn't care is an hour stolen from your personal growth, your career, your peace. Balance matters. Give time to those who give it back. Share space with those who value it. Don't let her needs overshadow your dreams. You weren't born to be an emotional servant. Your time is not charity. It's sacred. 6. Never reveal everything about your past. Your past shaped you, but it doesn't define you. And it certainly isn't an open book for anyone who walks into your life. Too many men overshare early in a relationship. They reveal childhood wounds, betrayals, insecurities, failures, all in an effort to connect. But what they really do is hand over emotional ammunition to someone who may not deserve it. Not everyone has the emotional maturity to handle your scars. Some will use them against you, some will pity you, and others will simply lose respect. Keep your core guarded. Your past is your power. Don't give it away like small talk. Open slowly. Reveal thoughtfully. Let someone earn the right to hear your story. And if they walk away before they earn it, let them go. Because the only person who needs to fully understand your past is you. 7. Never say yes, just to keep her happy. People-pleasing is a disease that eats away at your authenticity. Every time you agree to something that violates your values, you betray yourself. And eventually she senses it too. Saying yes when your soul screams no is emotional self-harm. Over time, it builds resentment. It dulls your presence. It makes you seem weak because you've surrendered your voice. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." And if your thoughts are filled with silent frustration, you will never be at peace. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. Don't be afraid to disagree. The word no is a full sentence. Use it with confidence. Use it with integrity. The right woman won't be repelled by it. She'll respect you more for it. 8. Never be afraid to be alone. The fear of solitude has ruined more lives than loneliness itself. When you fear being alone, you settle. You tolerate disrespect. You stay in toxic relationships just to avoid facing yourself. But Stoicism teaches us a powerful truth. Being alone is not a curse. It is a mirror. In solitude, you confront your essence. You rediscover who you are without the noise of validation. Aristotle said, Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So spend time with yourself. Read, reflect, travel alone, learn the sound of your own thoughts, become your own best company. Because the man who enjoys solitude is the man no one can manipulate. He chooses love, not out of fear, but out of clarity. 9. Never forget to celebrate small wins. In the race toward big goals, many men overlook the small victories. But those small wins? They're the foundation of confidence. Every moment you held your ground, every time you said no when it was hard, every day you stayed disciplined, that's a win, and it deserves acknowledgement. Epictetus reminded us, never depend on the admiration of others. So clap for yourself. Honor your own progress. Because waiting for her validation will leave you stuck in a loop of emotional dependency. You're growing, you're evolving, you're becoming more resilient. Celebrate every step, because no one else will do it for you. And when you celebrate yourself, something powerful happens. You no longer need her praise. You become self-sufficient in your joy. Conclusion. The Stoic reclaiming of masculine power. As we conclude today's journey, remember this. You are not obligated to please. You are born to lead. The Stoics didn't seek approval. They sought virtue. They didn't follow the crowd. They followed their principles. And so should you. Reclaim your time. Guard your peace. Love with strength, not with desperation. When you stop doing these 9 things, your life doesn't just improve, it transforms, because you're no longer reacting, you're choosing, and that is where true power begins. Final call to action. If this message struck a chord, don't keep it to yourself. Tap the like button to show your alignment with this mindset. Subscribe to Truth Uncovered and join a growing community of modern Stoics, men who think deeply, act decisively, and live with purpose. Share your reflections in the comments. Let's learn from each other, grow with each other, rise together. Until next time, stay present, stay resilient, and embrace the Stoic mindset.